Hey, what's up guys, Andy here, and today we're finally reviewing over My Hero Academia Season 4 premiere episode 64 titled The Scoop on UA Class 1A. Now I know it took me a little bit longer than I would like for this video to get out, but you know, today we had Boruto, yesterday we had Boruto, but today was the free day, so I thought I'd go ahead and upload this now. This took me a long time to get through and kind of process, not because of, you know, like, just watching the episode, but like, I had to sit there and I had to, like, take it in, and, like, it took me a while to actually even watch the episode. I didn't get to watch the episode until, like, 10 o'clock last night, so I don't know how long it had been up beforehand, but, you know, with the typhoon and everything, it was delayed, and I spent 2 hours waiting for it, but, yeah, you know, I mean, what can you do? Mother Nature, you can't fight it, you can't stop it, you can't do anything to it. But with that being said, this was an amazing episode, and I'm really excited to talk about it, and boy, do we have a lot of stuff to talk about. But with all that being said, let's go ahead and jump right into this review. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel if y'all want to help me out. Or just check out the links in the description for my affiliated channels, you know, Instagram, Twitter, stuff like that. It's really helpful and, you know, could be fun for you all. But with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and jump right into this video.
They say you don't gotta go home, but you can't stay here. And no, I don't wanna be alone in the world out there.
So we start the episode off with some full-blown recap here, and then we get into like the whole like story up to this point. Like, we start off where he's like, can I be a hero? And then we go all the way up to the current story where, you know, he's continuing his dream to become the #1 hero, the pro hero. We then cut over and we get to see All Might in his younger days. He partnered with David Shield, and we find out that this guy is making like a report on him. He's like, hero name All Might, returned to Japan, started his own agency, and then he got interrupted. We find out that the freelance journalist Taneo Tokuda, or Tane, has got a story that he's dying to get achieved. So he went to this journalist place, and he's like, look, I got a story for you, and let's talk about it. So as they're reviewing over the footage, he's basically telling them, like, I've got a strong hunch on who the successor to All Might is, and he's in UA. He then cuts over and he goes, my first thought was one of the big three, probably the third-year student, Tagato. And he goes on to say here that this was his original hunch, and he got that, you know, clearly he's the standout at UA, but he also goes on to say he regularly visits the agency run by Sir Night-Eye, All Might's former sidekick. But that kind of fell apart for him when he found out that, you know, it appears that All Might and Night-Eye parted ways and haven't communicated. But he then says his second hunch, which is more likely, is someone from Class 1A. And all the journalists are like, huh, you know, like, that does make sense. And he's like, you know, if you all can get me in, because since I'm freelance, with all the Titan security from the League of Villains attack, I can't really get in. And they're like, alright, we'll pull some strings, but you can only provide this to our paper. And so he agrees. And then we cut into our title card. We had already got our intro, but this is the scoop on UA Class 1A. And this intro is amazing. I seen a lot of people kind of dogging it on Twitter the other night, but I thought it was really good. Nonetheless, though, we cut into the episode, and Aizawa is pretty much telling him here, he's like, you know, a newspaper wants to do a feature on y'all, don't get excited, though, it's basically just about your dorms and your life in your new dorm. So that was a lie that they told the school, but still. We cut over here, and he's pretty much attacking Mineta. He's like, you all need to all be on your best behavior, and he walks up, and he's like, I want to report on the UA students in their natural state in the dorms, man. Don't ruin that. And we kind of see here that, you know, Eraser Boy already knows what's going on here. He's got the brains to match the power. And, oh my god, I will never do that again. I'm so sorry. And he kind of just, like, sits back and says, screw it. And we get all these cool images here. This took forever to get a screenshot of every one of these. But they pretty much just go over and they're just like taking pictures and stuff. And then he starts kind of like laying them out and we get their number in order, like what their quirks can do and stuff. And it was really fun. I mean, it wasn't descriptive or we didn't get any new information, but it was aesthetically pleasing. And I found it fun and cool to see, you know. I've never seen an anime really do this for like recap, I guess, if you want to call it that. But he basically goes over here and we kind of get his like knowledge on how he wants to go about this. And he goes, I'm going to try looking at these 6 first, which are the highest 6 from the sports festival. And then we cut over to him watching Deku, and he's like, my instinct, which has gotten me many scoops, is telling me that it is Izuku Midoriya. And he basically just throws everybody else to the side after, you know, seeing this, and like he just goes with it. And then All Might walks up and he catches All Might here saying, it's your turn now. No, it's all of your turns. So he kind of he watches that happen, and then after All Might leaves, he walks out and he goes, you know, he's talking to him, and we find out that he's a fan of All Might too. All Might saved his dad from a fire 18 years ago. And then he pulls out this picture, and that's when Deku starts getting scared, because he gives him this picture and he says, next it's your turn. And he basically tells him, you know, so, like, what do you think about this? And Deku's like, wait, you didn't even have a camera in there. What do you mean you don't have a camera on you? And he goes, oh, I thought my quirk was only good for taking snapshots on vacation here. And a camera comes out of his hand. A full-on camera. We cut over and we find out that his quirk is whole body lens. And he can make cameras from anywhere on his body. And he can print them out of his chest, like full color, full everything. It's a weird quirk, but great for a journalist, you know. But then they pretty much talk here, and he gets it out of Deku. Deku doesn't say it, but he knows. And he goes, great, man, with this, I don't have to give false encouragement to those who are uneasy about the world. But don't worry, I won't tell your secret. And then he snaps a picture of him and Midoriya, and he goes, I'm going to hang on to this for my new book. For my book that I'm going to write. And it was so cool the way he done it. And I like his character a lot now. But he says he's going to call this book When the New Symbol of Peace Was Young. And that was just everything. I thought that was so cool the way they did that. But he goes back to the news station and they're like, did you figure out who All Might's successor is? And he's like, I kind of missed the ball on that one, but I brought you back a picture of All Might eating a meat bun. He loves them. Here you go. And they just go fanatic over it, like, you know, kind of, I guess, playing on journalism itself. That was the end of the episode, though. I loved it. It was good, but, like, everybody was saying, like, oh, it's recap, before the episode even came out. And I'm like, you know, this is why everybody was hyped up, because even with a recap, My Hero can make it amazing. They can make it enjoyable. They can make it fun. And it was fun. It was enjoyable, and I'm probably going to go watch it again. I'm not going to lie. But yeah, I guess next week I'll catch y'all at 8 o'clock maybe, when I get the review up, maybe 8:30. But yeah, with that being said, guys, I'm going to go ahead and head out, and I'll catch y'all next time. Peace out.